Hey fellow music fans, welcome back to Psychology of Rock. If you're new here, my name's Nina, and today I'm going to be giving an analysis and an MBTI personality profile assessment of the insanely talented and charismatic drummer Paulina of the Mexican rock band The Warning. Now, if you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I'm a huge fan and supporter of the band. In fact, I have a whole Warning playlist that I will go ahead and link down in the description box below. So I enthusiastically said yes when many of you requested that I do MBTI or Myers-Briggs type indicator assessments of the three sisters that make up the band. I did Ellie a few weeks ago and Dany will be coming next, but today we are focusing entirely on PAU. I've really been enjoying watching and studying their interviews and their performances, not only because I really enjoy their music, but also because even though they are sisters, they have very distinct and differing personality types, all equally likable, but they are definitely their own people. Now, before we dive deep into PAU's personality, I quickly want to say a few things about her accomplishments because as an artist, she simply blows me away. She has been musical since childhood. Her parents noticed her innate rhythmic abilities when she was very, very young, and she started playing drums when she was about 7. She also can sing, and she's been playing piano since she was about 3 or 4 years old. And she is truly a creative force. The band says that she is usually the one that comes up with the ideas for the songs. She also oftentimes will compose the melodies, which she does on piano usually, and she's also the band's primary lyricist. She is a highly skilled and powerful percussionist and an absolutely captivating performer. She also has an incredibly dynamic personality and she loves to interact with her fans. So today I wanted to share some of the observations I've made about her personality as well as what I believe to be her likely MBTI personality type. Then I'm going to give an overview of that personality type and its defining traits and characteristics, so you can let me know in the comments whether or not you agree with this assessment. Just a quick reminder that this analysis is purely speculative and based solely on my own opinion, and also a quick request to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I would absolutely love it if you stayed connected. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in. So firstly, I have to say that I absolutely love watching PAU. She is like a fireball. She has this infectious energy and this air of confidence that is just so visible when she's on stage. You can see it when she's playing drums. You can certainly see it when she is singing lead vocals. She just has this fierceness about her and an unbelievable amount of stage presence. But what makes her unique is that she balances out these strong traits by also being very warm, very caring, and very empathetic, which also makes her incredibly likable. She also has great communication skills. No matter what language she is speaking, she is extremely expressive and is able to get her thoughts and her points across very well. It's also very evident that it matters to her that she is understood correctly and that she is portrayed in a way that is really reflective of her true self. One of the reasons why I enjoy watching her in interviews so much is that it's very obvious that she enjoys life. She likes to have fun. She's very playful. She's very exuberant. She also comes across as a risk taker and someone who is very comfortable with new experiences. She also seems to be very comfortable with herself, which can be quite rare. I love that she unapologetically wears big glasses and she shares with her fans that she loves K-pop. I think a lot of rock stars would probably shy away from sharing that information, but not PAU. She just has this air about her like, I am who I am, take it or leave it, which makes her personality that much more appealing. We can also see that she does not shy away from her emotions and that sometimes she gets overcome with emotion. There is this beautiful moment captured on film from the summer when she's at the CDMX show and she starts to cry because she is so filled with emotion and she gets comforted by her sister who goes over and gives her a hug. But really we can see in all her performances that she is driven by emotion and passion, most noticeably in songs like Narcisista, especially when she's able to come out from behind the drum kit. But this is something that we can also see just in her social media clips and in her interviews, that she is not going to hide from her feelings, and she's also not going to hide what she is feeling. And outside of her public and professional life, it's also very apparent that she has an extremely rich inner world, and her writings really serve as a window so that we can all kind of have a little sneak peek into that world. We can see clearly that she is observant and reflective and very creative, and that she is very comfortable thinking in an abstract manner. And I know she's gone on record to say that if she wasn't a performer, that she would most likely be a writer. And I think if she ever chooses to do that in the future, she actually would be quite successful. I think what makes her writing so powerful and unique is that she's not afraid to go against the grain and think for herself. Her writing really does reflect this, and I think that many of the lyrics that she writes really are warnings and very poignant pieces of social commentary. I also have to mention that along with her sisters, she really makes very interesting musical choices. She doesn't just go with what is obviously going to work. She's going to put in unexpected key changes and different time signatures, and I think this really showcases not only her musical ability and songwriting strength, but also her sense of innovation. Now, I'm not going to lie, I did not find assessing PAU's personality to be very difficult, mainly because she is just so generous with what she is willing to share with the public, and also because her traits and her characteristics are very visible. There were also several things I observed that served as clear indications of what her likely MBTI personality profile would be, which I'm going to go ahead and get into now. But just in case you're not familiar with it, the MBTI is simply an assessment tool that determines the 4 dominant traits a person has that relates to how they process information and how they make decisions. And although I typically use the 5-factor model of personality to conduct assessments, I've been using the MBTI on this channel because so many more people are familiar with it, and because people specifically request assessments using this tool. So with all of that being said, I believe that PAU is likely an ENFP. Not only just an ENFP, but also really almost the epitome of this personality type, meaning that she is extroverted, intuitive, feeling, and perceiving. And I'm going to go ahead and give an overview of this personality type and its defining characteristics, which I really do believe match very well with PAU. ENFPs are nicknamed campaigners. They are true free spirits that are open-minded, warm, courageous, charismatic, open-hearted, and outgoing. They are sociable, enthusiastic, energetic, innovative, creative, and have excellent people skills. They genuinely care about others and are incredibly empathetic. ENFPs are spontaneous, highly adaptable to change, introspective, and can naturally find patterns and connections between situations, people, and ideas. This personality type prefers to see things as they could be rather than focusing on what they are, and can value feelings over objective criteria and logic. They also have a strong desire to be true to themselves and their values, and can be guided by their emotions. This personality type often struggles to follow rules, can be prone to overthinking, and continuously seeks to find the deeper meaning and significance of life and experiences. So I'm curious to know what you think. Does the ENFP personality type line up with PAU's characteristics and traits? I definitely think so, and it is the personality type that I am the most familiar with because it is also my own personality type. And although ENFPs only make up about 5% of the population, their traits and characteristics are not that hard to spot because they are usually very open about who they are as a person. I think that PAU is just a captivating person all around, and the fact that she is such a talented percussionist makes her that much more unique and special. And I think that even her choice of instrument really says a lot about her personality and how fearless she actually is. I also love that she is a performer that is also a writer, because that is so typical of the ENFP personality type. They tend to have jobs that either center on creativity or on human and understanding, and here we see a mixture of both. So those are my thoughts on the amazing Paulina, but I would love to hear yours, so don't forget to leave a comment down below. I want to thank all of you who requested this assessment. It's always nice to have an excuse to listen to the warning even more. And for anyone out there who has not yet heard their incredible music, definitely check them out. You will thank me later. I will be working on the assessment of Dany next, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on that. I truly hope you enjoyed today's analysis, and I will see you next week.